Beautiful, eh? I'm not really sure what this is, but obviously a lot of water must run through here when the snow melt for all these trees and stuff to be tossed about like it is. Though there's not much water down there right at the present moment. It's turned out to be a really nice day. Plug in my glasses. Probably up around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, if I'm not mistaken. Hasn't rained much for the last hour or so, anyhow, welcome to the Rocky Mountain Grace. My name is Lee. Thank you for joining us today. I've got an experience that I really wanted to share. It's about an actress. If I can find it here. It's an experience from a lady who actually was enjoying, I guess, quite a bit of great success in her life. But who came to the conclusion that without having God in her life, and without His strength to fall back on during the difficult times that she was going through, things just weren't going in the direction she wanted or needed them to. And how she found herself being led further and further from what she knew was right. So, oh, here it is. Okay. I remember sitting there and the curtain opened, and I realized at that moment, this was it for me. This is where I was supposed to be. Gigi Ernetta said. Gigi Ernetta was born in New York and began her professional performing career at the age of 8. When her parents moved to Houston, she joined the Houston Ballet Company and was chosen for a lead child role in The Nutcracker. I got my first dancing contract when I was 14, Gigi said. I auditioned for my first commercial when I was 15. I did it in English and in Spanish for McDonald's, and that is how it all started. Gigi continued her acting and dance until the end of high school. She received numerous awards, and received a scholarship to the University of Texas Drama Department. During her time in college, Gigi worked in radio and married. As her career developed, she felt it was time to move to Hollywood. I realized that Hollywood was really hard, Gigi said. And people kept saying, you know, you can do that and it won't hurt your career. It's work. And I started to take jobs that I shouldn't have been taking. They were late night, and they were these really racy movies that, you know, they're not pornography, but they really are pushing the threshold. I did zombie films. I did vampire films. Soon, Gigi was known for her extensive work in horror films and was quickly labeled a scream queen. I think the darkness that I was experiencing on set started to manifest itself in my life, Gigi said. People were dying in these movies. There was a lot of blood and guts. It was all darkness. And you know, I've often wondered how people that are in these movies, where they have so much death and violence and everything, how that must affect them. I mean, especially if you do it over and over again, like this lady, obviously. In 2007, while Gigi's career as a scream queen was flourishing, at home, her marriage fell apart. My life got really out of control, she said. And in my divorce, it blew up, and I needed help after my divorce. I was raised Catholic. I understood the priest doing communion, but I didn't understand who Christ was. I used to say to people, you know, I keep calling God, but He's given me the busy signal. I knew that there was something missing between me and God. I had people coming into my life, Gigi said. I had a casting director coming into my life, and I had another girl come into my life and tell me, you know, you really ought to read the Bible. Where are you with God? During this time, a friend offered Gigi a place to stay while she got back on her feet. One night, she tried reading the Bible. All throughout all of this, I was crying out to the Lord, Gigi said. I said, this isn't making any sense. I don't understand what you are doing here. At that point was my complete resignation. I said, I can't do this anymore. This is it. And I kept crying and crying in the middle of the night. That same night, Gigi noticed a noise in the bedroom. The next morning, she asked her friend to come to her room and listen for the noise. It sounded like a gargling noise, Gigi said, like a busted pipe. And her friend sat down and said, gosh, it sounds like the inside of a whale. Gigi called her Christian friend and told her about the noise. She said, "Read Jonah and call me back." Gigi opened to the book of Jonah, which told of a man who had disobeyed God and been swallowed into the belly of a whale for 3 days. Every single word came out and just jumped right into my heart, Gigi said. It was like I knew the answer was right in front of me. I realized after that, reading the Bible and understanding that Christ died for my sins so that I could be here, my whole life, it just changed. Bam! I really didn't understand what was happening, but I was ready for Christ. After that, it was like the busy signal went away and the connection was direct. Gigi had some hard decisions to make about her career. Several months later, she left her horror roles and moved back to Texas. When I left California, I immediately got into a Bible-based church and started spending lots of time with the Lord, and it was amazing, Gigi said. And I realized it wasn't just my work that had to change, but the way I had lived had to change. Right away, I started getting blessed with work that was quality work. Things I wouldn't audition for. They would just come to me. Gigi co-stars with co-stars William Devane and John Schneider in her most recent film, Flag of My Father. The faith-based film tackles the issue of post-traumatic stress disorder in soldiers. It was recently awarded Best Narrative Feature at the GI Film Festival. I was actually in the theater with soldiers and I heard them crying, and some of them were weeping, and I realized that the healing was happening, Gigi said. I realized my whole life that I was supposed to be doing this. I always wanted people to know a deeper feeling inside, a deeper emotion, a deeper understanding. Now I'm reaching out with love, and that's only going to come through Christ. I told you it was going to be a good story. So I checked that out, and she actually is in that movie. This is a true experience, an amazing experience. I love how she just decided things weren't the way they were supposed to be in her life, that she didn't have God in it, and she was looking for something, and she found him. So, anyhow, the sun's even starting to come out. What the heck? You know, when I come out here this morning, it was almost solid rain. And truthfully, the very first place I stopped, I said a little prayer and asked for the rain to stop. And I'm telling you the truth, it stopped. And then it seemed like every time I got back on my vehicle and drove a short while, it would rain while I was in my vehicle, and then when I get out again, it would stop. So, anyhow, what a beautiful picture. What a beautiful picture. Before I leave, I'll do a little pan around. But before that, please take a moment to hit the like button on this video so that YouTube will quit making them so difficult to find. And subscribe. You'll receive a notice whenever one becomes available. And share these videos with your friends and family and members of your church, church congregations, church groups, whatever. You know, every one of these stories, we never know who they might touch and who they might help. And that's what this channel is all about, is just trying to help people that are looking for strength right now during this COVID epidemic and the vaccining and everything else that's going on. And please, if you have an experience that you'd like to share, take 15 minutes, type it out, and email it to rockymountaingrace@gmail.com. Include your name or not, it's totally up to you. I'll respect your wishes. But please, share your faith. It's so important, and there are so many people looking for answers right now, looking for strength. And who knows, maybe it's the story that you have that they can relate to that might save their life or might help them overcome a difficult situation. Anyhow, thank you very much. My name is Lee. Appreciate your watching our video today, and may you have a good day, and may God continue to bless you and yours. Thank you. As I said, I'll do a little pan around just to give you an idea how beautiful it is here in a zoom. Really kind of a odd kind of spot here. Just back it off a bit. You can see it's almost like a basin where the water runs in. And then you got all these dead and uprooted trees that have been tossed up on the shore from the water as it went through. A lot of snow on the mountains, you can see that. A little bit of steam coming off them up there, the clouds. Just a very, very beautiful area. And there you go. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. And may God continue to bless you and yours.